This is the true story of A Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a supernatural slasher movie about teenagers who live in Springwood, Ohio. They are scared to sleep as they all have the same nightmares of a serial killer named Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was also the son of a nun named Amanda Krueger, who was impregnated at an asylum when she was raped by 100 criminally insane men. And Freddy Krueger grew up in an abusive household. Freddy killed many children. He kidnapped them and took them to his boiler house where he worked and killed them there. Then one night the parents of his victims came and threw petrol bombs at him while inside and burnt him to death. But that didn't end Freddy Krueger's reign of terror. Freddy continued as a spirit and haunted teens in their dreams. He has burnt skin, a red and green tattered jumper, a dirty brown hat, and on his right hand, a glove with blades on the fingertips. However, where did the idea for Nightmare on Elm Street come from? The director of the original Nightmare on Elm Street, which came out in 1984, Wes Craven, came across an article in the LA Times newspaper in the 1970s about sudden unexpected nocturnal death syndrome. It is a case of unexplained cardiac arrest while in slumber. It was a vision of horror that all elders were denying kids, which also happened in the movie. The article was about a Cambodian family coming to America as refugees to escape mass genocide killing fields. They made it safely to the United States, and all was fine until the young boy in the family was terrified to sleep because he felt if he slept, he would be killed by something chasing after him. Something in his nightmare was coming after him, and would one day never wake up again as the figure in his dream would kill him. He told his parents that he had been having the same nightmare every time he slept. And he was so scared to sleep. He hid coffee in his closet and would drink it every night to try and force himself to stay awake for days at a time. And eventually, his parents told him, "You need to sleep." And they brought him to a doctor in which he was prescribed with sleeping medication. But he faked taking it. He would either pill under his tongue or hid it in his lip there. And then when the parents were not present, he would spit it out. But then, one evening, his body gave up, got too tired, and he fell asleep on the couch in his living room. And just as the parents were getting ready to go to bed, they found him fast asleep on the couch. So they picked him up, brought him to his bedroom, and put him into his bed. Then the parents went to bed. And they thought all this chaos was over, and assumed he was just sleeping naturally. But then, in the middle of the night, the boy started screaming and awoke the parents. When the parents heard it, they got out of their beds and ran to his bedroom. But they found him dead in his bed. He died in the middle of his nightmare. And this was the story that inspired A Nightmare on Elm Street.